Alright, so the next thing I gotta think about is trying to get lights up to the nacelle there. Let's just see how that goes. So this goes on here. So this is where we want our light. We just need a tiny fiber optic little light there. Okay, so that's going to be here. Then I don't have that far of a distance to go. So I just got to try to get one from inside here right over to there. So I can probably just make a quick little groove on either side. Okay, so that's just my guideline. Same thing here. Alright, so I'm going to use my bit again, like a little end mill. Okay. Alright, got a couple channels carved out right there. Get some lights into my little nacelle cavity. Let's see. Remove that. Sounds like we got some honkies in the neighborhood. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, so just melted it over. Okay, I found some shots of the studio model, and it appears that we got more little marker lights. There's a red and a green, so it's right off the end of this right here, kind of right in the center of that part. Do the same thing over here. So I'm just putting my blade against this little tiny lip because there's like an indentation here for the panel line. Get to the center of that. that. That should do it. Hey, so you saw how I drilled the hole in the wrong place there. I just used the crazy glue and baking soda just to fill it back in. Smooth that down. That should be good, so I'll just redo it in the right place. Just drilled it a little too high. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so we also have lights on the underside of the corners here, so I can see where they are. There doesn't seem to be any on the top, but we got some little bumps down here, so that means there's going to be lights there. So I'll get rid of the little bumps. And let's see. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this. Okay, so maybe I can run it down inside the edge of the pylon and then around into there somehow. All right, let's get a couple more of our little tiny lights here. Okay, let's see if I can even do this. I'm gonna try to twist it a bit just to make it easier to manipulate. Okay, so I gotta open that just a little bit. Okay, so it's gotta be big enough that I can get it in there. Okay. Okay, we got it glued in there. Probably better if I untwisted it. Just have them running parallel through there. Twisting it makes it a little bit thicker. Certainly helped for getting it in through the hole. But now that it's in there, it doesn't need to be twisted anymore. Okay, so I'll just put a drop. Let that kind of run down in there. Don't you start getting into everything. Get out of here. What do you think you're doing? Oh, time to go. Okay, we got her all carved out. Here's another one. So I just want to get it in facing upwards. Okay, so get just the smallest possible drop of glue as I can. And of course, guess who shows up to have a drink? Even though we just did it 5 minutes ago before I started talking. Okay, let's see if I can get this tucked in here. Okay, so I gotta link all these together now. Oh, I still need one more, two more, because we've got to bring two in for these two. that gonna get down in there, or do I have to carve another channel? It just didn't make it deep enough. I wasn't thinking ahead about the fact that I would need 2 sets of wires through here. Okay, so I want to make that a little easier to manage, so I'm just gonna cut the extra wire away. But still leave more than I think I'll need, because I need to come up these pylons with some wires to power the top. Just score one here. Now this piece isn't very thick, so I'm gonna have to just do one wire on each side. All right, safety squints activated. Okay, there's one. All right, so thankfully I didn't drill right through that anywhere. It's still nice and clean on the underside, or the top side. This is the underside. I have room to run wires now, so I'll just run one wire up each side for power. That way it's easier to bury them. Alright, so I'm gonna have to light block that and this. And I guess that. Alright, back from the paint session here. Actually the next day. So I got that light blocked. Got this one light blocked. We got our little deflector housing down there. That's going to be white. These are all blocked off. These ones are pretty good. There's nothing shining through. Should be okay. And then I got these little pieces. You would think they don't need to be light blocked, but there looks like there's a little cavity in there. If I just take one of my little lights here on the string, now I know that it's not lit on the model or in the movie, I don't care. Because that's why. So now if I paint this blue and then paint the ridges black, it'll be a very similar look to the very similar to the ones on the refit Enterprise. Oh, hey bird. And of course the dog's also drinking water. Alright, now that everybody's done doing everything. Okay, so we got the light block coat on there. Got some Vallejo crapola in those grooves. So I'm just gonna start filing that, and we're gonna start editing this video. Got a lot of other stuff to get back to. I have to get back to the Miranda Hornet refit. I'm in the middle of making a video about my trip to Wonderfest, and this is just a little side thing that popped up, and I thought I'd do a little series on it. So lighting the 1000 scale Grissom, part 1. Roll that beautiful starship footage.